I'm going to be discussing research and planning. The first website we used was YouTube, and it was really beneficial because all 4 of us girls in the group had a background knowledge of how it worked. So what we used this for was to look up previous thrillers. We looked at title sequences, and maybe the first 2 minutes we got a sense of the things that we wanted to include in our own. So we looked at things like The Sixth Sense, Seven, films along the same genre as ours. It was also really beneficial because when it came to things like discussing what we were going to do and things like that, we could embed it straight onto the blog instead of just putting a hyperlink. So we actually had the video on our blog. So YouTube was really beneficial, really, just to see what other people had done previously with other thriller films. Google was really important because it was how we actually accessed our blog. So without it, we probably wouldn't have been able to access a lot of what we'd been doing. This also was a good platform because we could look up films, we could look up their age rating, the things that they included in the film, what people reviewed about it. So for instance, when it came to doing a post on target audience, we could look at other films. I remember I looked at Gone Girl. So using Google on the different sites, we could see that Gone Girl had a rating of, say, 15, so we thought, oh, maybe that's too high for our own. So Google was a really good search engine for us to use as it was reliable, and we could get a lot of information from the different websites regarding what we wanted to include. In terms of planning as well, Microsoft Word was a really good program for us to use because we all were aware of how it worked as well, so we didn't have to get used to it. It was really good for just quick notes. So for instance, even if as a group we wanted to write down who was doing what for each week, we'd upload it, we'd do like a Word document, print it or something like that. And also for other documents and things, we'd do a Word document and then upload it to Script, and that could then be embedded on the blog because we realised you couldn't embed straight from Microsoft Word. But Microsoft Word was good for just quick notes, brief notes, discussing what we're going to do as a group and maybe writing up notes that we'd heard about like in class. Similarly to Microsoft Word, we use PowerPoint, and this was really good because it gave us something like a different program to use. So we could upload it to SlideShare, which basically converted our presentation so we could view it online and embedded that into the blog. I think the first post that I used using PowerPoint and SlideShare was for target audience and demographics and psychographics, so it was a really good way to present the ideas. So we thought PowerPoint was kind of more visual maybe than using Microsoft Word. So there are a few things that we use for research and planning.
I'm going to be talking about the different blogging methods or materials we used, and the first one we're going to talk about is Visme. And Visme allows you to visualise your ideas on a presentation, poster. It's basically all of those material combined, and it's free and it embeds easily. However, the first time I used it, I did find it quite difficult, but once you sort of get the hang of it, it is easy to use. Blogger is my next one. We use this to view our work, so we use different softwares and different methods and embedded those posts onto Blogger. So this is an easy way to help us view all our work together as a group, and it enables you to embed it and also draft, so you could put in drafts and stuff of your work but not actually publish it, and then you can go back and edit it. But even if you do publish, you can edit, so you can change the date of it, and it's easy to use, and also you can see the quality, so then you can go back and change the work. To use SlideShare, we had to start off by putting our information onto PowerPoint, and then once we put all our information on PowerPoint, saved, and then opened it with SlideShare. So SlideShare sort of helped us transfer the PowerPoint and the information onto the blog. However, the cons of it is that it does take quite a long time, seeing as you have to sort of transfer from one program to another. We use Vice to edit our videos. We used it for our prelims, our videos, and also the questionnaire, so that's what me and Katie did Well, Katie and I did. And we found this really easy to use actually, although some parts were a bit difficult because you had to sort of save it to your phone, like the video that you've edited already, and then upload it to YouTube and then embed that link onto the blog. So it's quite a long time, but it does like look good afterwards. Yeah, so you can duplicate the cuts, duplicate it, like the videos, cut them to like your like preferred size, and you can add effects. So we found this really easy and helpful to use. Pointed mind map that is easy to use and looks professional, which are the pros of it. However, the cons is quite hard to edit in terms of trying to move the information around, as well as trying to sort out how you want your audience to view this post. So I use this for the different types of thrillers, the iPhone camera, and I would show you mine, but I'm currently using it. But it's sort of like an everyday thing that most people do carry around nowadays, so it is really easy and straightforward to use, and most people do know how to use it. So yeah, so we used it with all of our videos. So we used it for our thrillers, and when we filmed our thriller, all of us sort of took part. So because we've all got iPhones, we did it from different shots. However, like, it was hard to send onto the group chat because where I've got an iPhone 5 and my friends have got iPhone 6, the quality is different.
For evaluation 6, this is construction. The main device that we used was probably the iPhone, and we all had our own iPhone. So when we came to filming, rather than just film all on one iPhone and use that, we all had our own and like was filming like one shot from like all different angles using the different iPhones. Luckily, like the cameras are quite similar though, so it made it quite good because they were all like a similar quality. As if they were all different qualities, I think it would have not worked out so well. So yeah, we were all filming through that, and then when we came to put the whole thing together, we'd end up like sending the videos to each other for certain things, like for like the prelim and like interviews and stuff. We'd just like sent it through like WhatsApp, email, iMessage or whatever, and then sometimes we'd like put it onto the laptop and then like take it off with like a memory stick and things like that. But it's quite good because like obviously the iPhone is multifunctional, so you have got like the fact that we have like a group chat and can arrange things and talk to each other, and then you've got the fact that you can take pictures on the iPhone, you can video on the iPhone, so it is really a really great device for the multifunctional. Like you can also edit, like sometimes we use like Splice to edit and things like that, so it was really good for that, and I think it taught us how much technology you can use. Just to have the multifunctional of just one device, you can do so many things on it now which you couldn't do a long time ago. And then the other device I think we probably used was like the computer and laptop. So at school we'd often use computer to like embed videos, upload things, put things on, like all blogging and things like that. And then obviously laptop when it came to the editing of the process, and we used the laptop and then an editing program to do that, and used the laptop and iPhone in like parallel with each other to help with it all.
For our post-production, we use 3 different pieces of software, starting with Splice. We use this for our prelim because it was really easy to use, it's simple technology, and it was available to us on our phones. And while using it, we discovered that we didn't want to use transitions, we just wanted plain cuts, which we were able to find out using Splice. And then we moved on to Movie Maker for our second cut because it was simple to use and it was on a bigger screen, so we could see things better. And after using Splice, we found that it was easy to move different clips around and to see where things went and to see the overall how everything looked. It also gave us a chance to play around with a few effects, although we didn't actually keep any in for our first cut. And it enabled us to listen to the music for the first time with Movie Maker because it was easy to add in and it just gave us a rough idea of what everything was going to sound like. And then we moved on to iMovie, which we did on an iPad, which is a bit more technology advanced, and we were able to add in the credits as well. And we decided to add in the credits for this one because it was more for making movies, so it was easier to do than if we tried to do it on Movie Maker. And yeah, we used effects as well on iMovie because there was a scene with a CCTV shot which we were able to create from iMovie, where we made it black and white and we put the little recording sign in the bottom as well. And then finally we used Movie Maker again to add in the music for it and to add in the distributor video as well.